Self-quarantining.
And the quarantine order.
Quarantined in their...
Held in quarantine.
Quarantine.
The quarantine in place.
Quarantined for the required 14 days.
Hey, what's up, people? This is your friendly neighborhood Negro, JC, welcoming you back to another episode of the QT, aka Quarantine Talks. And today I have on the show with me my boy Lettah. It's all like New York in phonetics. Man, he's from New York, born and raised, but he's based in Atlanta now. Man, we met a long time ago when I was a club promoter, so like way back in the day. So today we're going to talk about his musical origin story and the process he went through creating his first full-length album in 2014 and then re-releasing that album 5 years later to a broader audience. We talk about his life as an indie artist, methods for content distribution, and of course we talk about all things hip-hop. And you guys might have heard me mention, talking about rap genres and stuff in a previous conversation on the previous episode with my boy Sincerely Blue. But Fifth was actually the first person to bring this to the forefront to me and talk about it in detail. So shout out to both of these great artists because great minds really do think alike. Those two artists do not know each other. And I just think it's, like I said, great minds think alike, including myself. I'm talking about me too, bitch. I think greatly. So we talk about that, but last but not least, we talk about how and what quarantine and coronavirus has fucked up for him in 2020. So this is going to be Southwest performances with bigger artists like G Herbo, turn around Europe, and a couple other things. So yeah. And then we flesh out the age-old hip-hop debate, Biggie versus Tupac, and talk about our favorite songs in rap. All right, so this is a very hip-hop conversation. It's like super duper hip-hop heavy. So let's go ahead and get into it. And sometimes people be saying that shit to me like, yo, I sent you a message. Yeah, I left my phone in the room. Like after a certain time of day, like my phone is over there and I'm not. So sometimes I don't. Like I ain't one of those people that...
Like I don't understand people aren't understanding of people maybe not being by their phone sometimes because, it's okay. It happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned too is anybody who's going to do good business with you or works with you or likes doing business with you, we'll hit you back. Like, don't be a dick. You know what I'm saying?
No, that is like the thing. Like, that I will call you back eventually. Like, whenever I get to my device, I'll hit you back. Period. Like, it doesn't matter. Whenever you get to yours, I'm assuming you'll hit me back. Like, it's really not that deep. Like, yeah.
But, I think that's part of the generation we in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling my people the other day, like, about how relationships are so much different. Like, our parents can't tell us about relationships anymore because it's literally a different world. Like, when they were growing up, there was no way to contact somebody 5 different ways.
Yep.
Video chat with them. You talk to somebody, then you see their ass later.
Yep.
Or, like, if you wanted to have a phone call with somebody, nigga had to sit by the phone and hope you kept your word that you actually called.
Yeah.
And the only way to talk to somebody. And you had to be...
I remember those days.
That's not... I think that whole change is just, like, people don't know how to handle it because it's like our first foray into this shit. So it's just like, I feel like it's going to take a couple decades before we get this shit right.
I just, like I said, I always tell people, like, I'm an analog boy in a digital world. Like, I don't like social media. I use it because I have to.
Agreed.
I would prefer to call over text unless it's something short and I don't feel like talking to people. I literally just started using FaceTime about 2 years ago, and I've had an iPhone since 2014. Like, that's just not, I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more of a in-person kind of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't slide in DMs. I suck at that. I have no charm or no tact. I don't have nothing with, like, this is not me. Like, I remember it beforehand. And I kind of wish it could go back to it, but like there's some things I like and some things I don't. But like, nah, I'm definitely not that guy. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just like people be like, you don't know who this is? I don't.
I don't. I really don't.
My homeboy, you know, oh yeah, Sid tell me that shit all the time. He was like, bruh, it's like you live under a rock. And I'm like, it's comfortable. Like, I don't. All right. So 3, 2, 1. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to another episode of Quarantine Talks. I am JC, and today I got with me my boy Fifth, 5TH, Fifth Lettah. What's going on, brother?
What up, bro? How you doing, my dude?
I'm great, man. Go ahead, tell the people who you are, what you do, and where you from.
The name is Fifth Lettah. That's 5THLETTAH. Because, you know, I like
phonetics. Like phonetics.
I'm a MC and, in general, a creative, born and raised in the Bronx. But I didn't start rapping, actually, until I moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. When I was about, in 10th grade, I started recording my first album after high school and released it in 2014. I got a couple music videos out, just trying to change the world, you know, one song at a time.
Okay.
And
2014 is when you put out your first album?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it EP, LP?
It's an EP. It's called Rain.
Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait. No, that was your first one?
It's my first one, yeah.
Oh, I thought okay. So wait, when you came down here in 2010 and you dropped Rain in 2015. Okay, because I thought it was a mixtape or something you had dropped in between.
No, I dropped Rain back then, but what it was, I re-released it on all the stream platforms because at first, that was back in the SoundCloud days before all the distribution sites was up.
Right.
So by taking out the distribution thing, I went and re-released it and a couple of other songs. And then I put out a new one actually recently on 420.
Okay. And so, when we talk about that, so, where is it available? Let's do this. So, what is the distribution process like? I see that it's distributed through DistroKid. So, what does that do for artists?
Well, DistroKid to me is like a godsend for artists. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have $20 for a year, you can put an unlimited amount of songs, albums up on any major streaming app from Apple Music, Spotify, to Pandora, and Deezer, Napster, anything. Is like a plethora of them that they put it in. And to me, it's just, it cuts out the middleman.
Okay.
And it gives the artist the chance to be able to really distribute themselves on a major level all over the world without a label or without major backing. You know what I'm saying? I think it really gives power back to the independent artists or our emerging artists or however you want to classify yourself. I feel like it's, all the websites from DistroKid to TuneCore to United Masters, there's a lot of them. It just depends on, you do your research and you figure out what's best for you. For me, I feel like DistroKid was the best move. For $36, I get all of my stats. I can add another artist on there if I want to. So if I'm in a duo or something like that, or I decide to make a band, I can have both of them on my page in one section. And if you have a label, it's only $80. I think that's a good deal too, because then it's unlimited artists, as many of it as you want for the year.
Oh, okay.
If you want if you want to lock down your album for the year, which for all time, it's only $50. Might be a little less, maybe even 40. So I like the way they break it down. A lot of other websites do the thing where you have to pay per album. So I wasn't liking that. And it seems to me like DistroKid was fair about the money they were giving people and the percentages. And it's more than anything, it's interesting just to see the breakdown and see what each streaming site gives you. And it gets really specific. And it's, really helpful.
Yeah, I'd heard people talk about different ones. The main ones I heard was TuneCore and a couple other ones. But recently I was doing some YouTube University shit, and they were talking about distribution, and DistroKid's name came up, and so I was like, that's funny. When I clicked on your album, I actually saw that, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna ask him about that because I was like, and everybody has good things to say about DistroKid too. So
nah, fuck with them. They make it really easy. I haven't had anything I needed to change. Like if I got something wrong on one of the names or one of the credits, or if I spelled something wrong, they have a way for you to fix that, change the artwork, and I think they keep you at a certain quality for how, you have to have a certain amount of pixels and has to be a certain size for you to be able to share it to the stores. And, I think, they work it out very well. It's a smooth process. I think you learn as you go about different things. Right. They don't give you all the information, but I've learned a lot just by looking at the information they give you.
Right.
Without it even having to be like put in your face, you know what I'm saying? But it's because if you look for it on there, it's there. Mm-hmm. So I definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And so you said your current project is a re-release of the project that you dropped in 2015, correct?
Well, 2014. So I dropped it in 2014, and what I did was I re-released it. I added a bonus record with the guy who actually produced the majority of it, and a good friend of mine, Nick Store. And we had the record we had done as a duo. We have a duo called Northern Lights, and we had this record called Tunnels, and I really wanted to put it out. It was from the same time period, so I added it as a bonus record just to add a little something extra when I re-released it, and it's done really well. I've been getting a great response. I mean, to the people who loved it already, they were happy to see it streaming everywhere, and the people who hadn't heard it, they were telling me that it sounded brand new. So the fact that I re-released it like last year, and people were telling me they thought it was like I made it yesterday, just made me feel really good about it.
Yeah, it sounds. I'm surprised that I thought that was you just recorded it like within the past maybe like year or two. I didn't know that's 6 years old at this point. It holds up really well. Like I'm actually really impressed by that. Because it sounds good. Like it sounds like what am I trying to say? Like I like the way that it's so funny because I was like, oh, you got like it's like an old school. So you're very New York. It's got an old school New York feel, but like the old school storyteller New York feel to it.
Word.
So I was like, but to find out that it was done back then and then re-released, it makes more sense. But I was like, but it still sounds current, which is dope.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's dope.
Thanks a lot.
No, go ahead. What was you supposed to say?
I was gonna say, that and I re-released another song, Crooked Lettah. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of music on my SoundCloud that's probably like 2 or 3 songs that I haven't re-released on major streaming platforms. But I did re-release the song Crooked Lettah that I put out most recently, my most recent single. And then I dropped my newest single, Kaioken Times 100 on 420. And that one's actually produced by KRS-One's son, and his name is K Prime Diego. He's super dope. Mm-hmm. Fucking like DJ Premier of our day and shit. Like I fuck with him super hard. Mm-hmm. And my boy No Socks produced Crooked Lettah. He's super dope too, and he raps. Actually, I have a whole he has a project he put out a couple years ago called Droopy Say, and I'm on like at least 6, 7 of the songs, on some, Ghostface was all over fucking Only Do It for Cuban Links. It's like that. Okay. Like I'm all over the album type shit. So I was kind of excited to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I actually I think my 2 favorite tracks on the project are Tunnels. I like
I bridge the gap between rap and Hare Krishna. We shapeshifters who paint pictures for you day trippers killing this shit. Yo, where's the grave digger? We underground like tunnels, you dig. It's going down like tunnels, you dig.
And Hopeless Romantic is an interesting one too. I like that one as well.
I agree with that. Thank you. That's one of my favorite songs actually. I really love that record, man.
And so, when we talked earlier, you had said that. So, BC, which I'm doing BC and AC now. It's before Corona and after Corona, or before COVID and after COVID. So BC, you were saying that you had actually got tapped to be doing South by Southwest.
Yeah, man. I had a friend of mine's. She had hit me up about opening for a big artist who had just put out his album. And
who was the artist again?
G Herbo.
G Herbo, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
They was telling me that I had a chance to go out there and perform and open for him. And it was dope because I know he just put out his album, and my little brother really into him. So I had looked into him recently because that's like my little brother's favorite rapper. So I was like, let me check dude out, and it was a bit of a good look because I think his fan base likes real music, so I think it would have been a good connection. And then he's also a younger crowd. So, but because of the COVID situation, within 2 days, somebody hit me up saying that it was canceled. So, I just look at it as, opportunity is seeking me, and it will keep coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting more energy towards that, and just happy that whatever I'm doing is obviously right now. So I'm keep doing that.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that would have been. We talk about that. That'd have been good luck. That hurts. It's like you wouldn't be the only one, brother. You ain't the only. You was not the only nigga that had to revamp a whole bunch of shit. Like
real shit, bro. Real shit. I'm talking about going out of the country this year because K-Prime, he has a booking company.
Okay.
And he books artists and stuff. He's super dope, and I've been trying to talk to him about working and getting some shows out there in Europe. So, like, I was really excited about this year, but like, even out there, everything's on hold.
Yeah,
so, like, this whole the performances, ain't nobody think about performances for a while.
Nah, yeah, like I think we've all just accepted that this way of life, we just not going to get that for quite some time. Like, it just doesn't. I don't see it happening before this time next year, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like that.
I wanted to say something about Hopeless Romantic. You brought it up earlier. Hopeless Romantic is an interesting record, right? Because like I got into this specifically when I wrote that record. I listened to 4 songs on I made a playlist of them and just listened to them on repeat for like 3 days. Mm-hmm. And it was Song Cry, Me and My Bitch. Our Song Cry by Jay-Z, by people who don't know.
Yeah.
Me and My Bitch by Biggie. What's it called? The Mary J. Blige Method Man joint. You're All I Need.
Okay.
And the 4th one was Love Is a Losing Game.
Okay.
I think that's love. You see that coming? Amy on the Low is like my favorite singer of like our generation. Like she's amazing. But yeah, that was like, but I like listened to those songs on repeat for like 4 days, and like I was a little bit heavier back then. I was super like, it was before my first time being on my own, so it was like me just still dealing with like the woes of being like the nice fat dude who girls were like, you're my friend, but I don't really see you like.
All I want is her, and my prayers never answer the fan, but I don't panic. Love is rare on this planet, but sometimes I can't stand it. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic.
It's crazy because I don't think I could have wrote that song today. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a different perspective. That's why I love that song so much. And it's really honest, and me like being, like I said, it's from a perspective of somebody who hasn't been through a lot with a lot of women. So it's just really my like thoughts of just like, of what I knew so far from seeing on the outside. You know what I'm saying? More from what even I had dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to listen to that record. And then some of the shit you talk about comes to reality as life goes on. So that's just real good.
So wait. With that being said, who are your influences? Like, give me top 3 influences on you as an artist.
Top 3 influences, I would say Eminem.
I can hear that.
I love him. Like, oh my gosh, the raw emotion and the honesty. I think it's the thing about him and Biggie that makes them dope is that they don't let anything or what anybody thinks stop them from saying something. And I feel like, so that means they let the true thought and, whatever that message that you catch by the antenna when it comes to the paper or when you record it, like they're catching the honest version of it. And I try to like live my life like that as an MC. Like I don't hold my tongue for anybody or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my thing from M. I would say Amy Winehouse. I don't know. Amy it would have been Mary J. Blige growing up, but Amy just like I don't know, like she just touched me in a different way. Like also deadass when she passed away, like I got to a point to where like I was tearing up, like damn, like I just wanted to make a song with her, yo. Like I wanted to go to London and fucking run into her in one of them pubs and chop it up, and I had like this big like fucking like thing what was gonna happen and shit, but like, you know, it's like I just always think about like, I don't know, just from the song, those songs she picked and beats and just her pen game, her lyrics give me chills, man. Like they just really, just the honesty of them and the cleverness of them. You know what I'm saying? Like she got them punchlines on the low. Like she got more like punchlines than most singers on the low. Like her and Frank Ocean's up there too. He got some good ones too. But like Amy's my people. So all right. So Eminem, Amy, and I would probably say Biggie.
Okay.
That would be my third.
Yeah, I was gonna say Biggie for you because you had said it in talking about Eminem, so I was like, I think Biggie, but I'm gonna let him get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty much it's come back. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's between Biggie and Jigga. That's why I was like waiting. Because Jigga's, it goes back and forth. Because those are my top three, and they switch spots a lot.
I feel like for any New York nigga, like Biggie and Jay-Z like alternate in some form or fashion. Like,
definitely. I mean, and Jigga's just like, oh man, like he's like that Jay Electronica album, he smashed it. He's on some whole other shit. Like he really might be the best rapper alive right now. And I was giving it to M for a while because I feel like him, M, and Nas have grown the most as far as old man rap goes. Not to give it not a bad thing. Like the fact that these niggas is over, like they 50 and older, they rapping. Like first of all, the fact that that's happening is fucking amazing. I don't think people talk about that enough. That rap, we have adult contemporary rap.
Rap.
That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Really thought about that, like that adult contemporary rap.
Like, think about the fact that one day there's going to be a rapper who's 80 years old and making an album. That's going to happen. I don't know who's going to be.
I don't know if I want to hear it, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I want to hear that shit. But like, I mean,
think about like when you hear Johnny Cash do "If I Still Bleed" before he dies. You know what I'm saying? But imagine what a song like that from Jigga might be. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the same music. I think it's gonna be completely different by the time they're really old. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of dope. Like, I mean, like Nas making the album with Damian Marley is a good example. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was like, I felt like that was a venture off into rap, just doing something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going back to Amy Winehouse. I'm sad when she passed away. Did you know she was working on an album with Mos Def, Raphael Sadiq? I don't know if it was All the Rules, but I know it was definitely Questlove. And they were gonna they were gonna drop a group album together.
I didn't know that. Wow.
It's gonna be fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow. I did not know that. Wow. Okay. You dropping some knowledge bombs on that. I didn't know. It's adult contemporary rap. I've never heard it classified in that way, but it's exactly what it is. It's like it's yeah. Because I mean, I guess you don't really think about it, but like rap is aging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People, I think that's the disconnect now. But people have to understand that we have to have subgenres of rap now. As it grows, that's the only thing that, like, rock doesn't have heavy metal and, you know, soft rock and punk rock because it's a bad thing. It's because it's become so vast and expanded so much that you have to label it in different pieces. That's okay. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's growth. Like, yes, I really didn't think about it. So you said, like, damn, adult contemporary. Like, wow, really? Like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like rap for Kenya Barris. Like, exactly. Like, I feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna lie, like, I've thought about it a lot, but that's the first time I've even actually said it that way. Because I've always just said, like the old man rap thing. I was like, I guess
adult contemporary. Like, that's exactly what the fuck it is. Like, it's adult contemporary. That's okay. Yeah, right. Clap. This guy, fifth letter. All right, so
just to finish my thought on Biggie. So the reason why I say Biggie and M as well, and Amy, the one thing all three of them tie together is the story, the storytelling, the detail. Like Biggie, you could really make his songs into movies, like short films.
Yeah.
I mean, like this shit is crazy. It's
Biggie's music
like
painted
yeah.
pictures.
Well, hey, what you said?
I said Biggie's music painted pictures. Like each album was a full length feature in and of itself. Like, you know, we had skits that tied together into other parts that like kind of feel like they gave you different storylines and things like that. Like, yeah, I would agree. Like Biggie is, and that's for a reason for me too, personally. Like I was always a Biggie fan before a Pac fan, because it was just like, I like Pac, but Pac talks a lot. And it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like Pac talks a lot and it's not very imaginative. Like it doesn't like.
My thoughts on Pac are a little bit like, what's the word? It's different than most people. I'm a big Tupac fan as far as his acting goes. Not to say I don't like his music, but I love when I think of Tupac, I remember him the most for his activism and for his acting. Like, I mean, he gave you that uncomfortable truth, like on some shit, like made you hate his character. Like I still hate his character in Juice to this day. Like the fact that he was hate him in the sense of like I love the movie, but I like the nigga, the character himself. Like I hate the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a terrible person. Like, but he made me do that. So I think that's like that to bring that uncomfortable truth out of people. That which is my mission with music is to bring raw emotion out of people, make them be so riled up that they feel like they hate this imaginary person. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good art polarizes. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
If you feel so about art, it wasn't good. You're supposed to feel bad or you're supposed to feel good. It's not supposed to be in between.
Nah, word. His music, all right. So I think Pac had great songs, right? Fucking great records. I just don't. It's not like one Pac album I listen to in full all the time. But I could probably make a good Pac playlist of like maybe like 20 records. You know what I'm saying? That I really like a lot. You know what I mean? So I would say he's one of the best for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I could put him in my top 10 personally, but I wouldn't argue with somebody else if they had them at number one or in their top 5 or top 10. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just, I mean, I don't know. I just like rap is so diverse and there's so many other people. I guess it would just be a different, as he just doesn't fall into the, like my favorite. That's all.
Talking about different types of, you know, like the genres in rap. Like, so what separates you from other artists? And I guess what rap genre would you place yourself in?
You know, it's funny you say that because I think about that often and I'm not sure. That's one, like, I don't like, like lyrical rap? I don't want to say lyrical rap. Like, that's weird.
Wait, you're not sure of how you would separate yourself, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm in the core. I'm hip hop, but it's like if I had to classify myself, I mean, like nerdy weed hip hop. Like, I guess that's the best way. Like, or like, but it's more than that too because I'm an introspective artist as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been hard for me because I like to. When I make records, I come at it like I think some people want to be this type of rapper or that type of rapper. I just like hear the beat and I do what the beat tells me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want to make my songs be encapsulated in the sense of like, I don't want my last record to sound like the one before or the one after, the 5 ones, you know, I'm going to make later on. Like my whole thing is about variation. So, for other people, maybe it sounds different. For me, every song is really different. So it's hard for me to place myself in the category other than just rap or hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of the rappers who think like, oh, rapper is a bad thing because I'm an MC. Like, I think I like the word rapper. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. Like, rap is dope. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's hard. So I guess if you had to put me in the category, what do you think would be? I'm curious. Like,
I don't know. Like, so if we're talking, if we did this and we separated rap into categories and subgenres, we would have to, of course, break it up by region, right? And so the East Coast will have 2 regions, which is North and South, which for the sake of argument would be like New York rap and Atlanta rap and everything in between. The West Coast is going to be Northern California rap and Southern California rap, and then you know Midwest is Chicago and Detroit. So it's like I would definitely put you in a New York category, but I don't like when I hear the album in totality, I see what you did in terms of making it cinematic.
Okay.
So
Thank you, by the way. Appreciate that.
I would say, can we have a cinematic rap genre, like more of a storyteller genre? Because yeah.
With that being said, I guess there is a genre of storytellers. You know what I'm saying? There's the Slick Ricks, there's the Scarfaces, there's the Biggies, the M's,
Right.
the Jay-Z's.
Right.
On the low, even though I think there's other rappers better than Jigga at telling stories, I think Meet the Parents is the best rap song story, period.
Okay.
The better story record. Maybe
Who Meet the Parents? Is that Jay?
Jay on Blueprint 2.
Okay. I gotta go take a listen to that.
Great record. Like an amazing record. Like, man. I mean, Jay-Z has great stories. I mean, that, Soon You'll Understand. I mean,
Soon You'll Understand was one of my favorite songs. I played that song to death. But if we talking about, like, my favorite storyteller rap song is The Bitches of Eastwick by the Lox. Like, it's my favorite, hands down. I listen to it, like, all the time.
Yo, I have not heard that record in a while. I'm gonna replay that. I was younger last time I heard that. So
that is like one of my favorite top 5 rap songs of all time. Like, I love that song. Like, I love from start to finish. He told a story. Like, all 3 of them. Like, you had beginning, middle, and end. And each rapper took a different part of the story. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jay came in with the intro, and then I think Sheik was in the middle, and then Styles finished it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I think about storytelling, to me, like, that's perfect, because you have the skeleton is laid bare and it's easy to follow, but it's also creative in the way that, you know what I'm saying, the story is told. And then the beat also helps, because the beat is it gives you the beat. What am I trying to say? It gives you the cinematic tone of that kind of a storyteller kind of situation. So so for everybody listening, the Bitches from Eastwick is my favorite song for a reason. One of my favorite rap songs for a reason. And as a storyteller, I think that's why I relate to it. So it's like, yeah, when I think about storyteller rap, I think about you. So it's just like, I will put you in that place.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I guess, I can hear that, because, a lot of women specifically say this about Rain. I hear this all the time. It's not something I say. I think I know the reason why people say this, but a lot of people say I sound like Snoop, like East Coast Snoop. And I felt like the only reason why I can say that might be a possibility is because there was a time when people used to tell me I didn't sound confident when I was younger rapping. And the 2 people I felt like were the most confident, swaggy rappers of all time, who, no matter what they said, whether good, bad, or indifferent, even though they're both ill as fuck either way, Slick Rick and Snoop. Okay. I feel like they just embodied confidence when they rap. You know what I'm saying? So I would listen to them a lot. So, like, Doggy Style I was listening to that shit all the time when I was making Rain. So it might be highly influenced by Snoop on the low without even noticing. I listen to that and, like, The Chronic a lot around that time. Okay. So it's especially possible. And then my producer is from Cali, the one who produced that whole album.
Okay.
I told him that's also why I like people may think that too. But like, my bad. What's his name? Snoop, Outkast, fucking Tribe Called Quest. By the way, top 3 rappers, my top 3 groups of all time is Tribe, Outkast, and the Clips.
A lot of people forget about the Clips, but they were dope.
They have 3 perfect. The albums back to back to back was crazy.
I can't even take that away from you. Like, the Clips was, they was ill. Like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I get you that. Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm not a huge Tribe Called Quest fan. This is me personally. I would take out a Tribe Called Quest and put in the Lox, but that's just because I'm a Lox fan. And it's funny because I don't necessarily like them individually. I prefer them as a package deal.
It's funny also, I say this. I mean duos, because when I say, I guess I say groups would be different. Because if I was going to say groups, it would actually be, we're saying just groups in general. We'll say replace the Clips. But if we're saying duos, I would say the three people, like the three groups I said.
Okay.
Would be more specific.
Fair. Okay. Fair. What's in your playlist now?
Interesting. Hold on. Before we go to my playlist, I want to say one thing. Meet the Parents. The reason why I like Meet the Parents so much is because plot twist. Plot twist in movies are amazing, but in a song, when you can lead somebody to think something and then cast them off guard with it something at the fucking end, that shit's amazing, man. That shit has one of the best plot. That's why it's the best rap song to me, because it has the best plot twist that I did not see coming with the story he was telling in that song. You know what I'm saying? Like where it went and how it ended up, and the lesson because of the plot twist, and like the moral. It has like a moral to the story. It's like a fucking Aesop's Fables. It's fucking amazing. So check out Meet the Parents when you get a chance. But in my playlist now, I would say, I mean, I've listened to myself a lot lately. I like my new song, Kyle Again Times 100. Like, I really like that record, and a couple other records that I'm about to put out real soon.
Okay.
A lot. But other than myself, I would say I've been listening to Mac Miller, who I felt like I slept on for a long time, and I feel bad because I listened to him until after he passed away, because I didn't like the first two albums, and I still don't love them, but there's songs on there I can appreciate going back. What I did was recently I listened to his albums backwards, from the newest to his oldest. And I was highly impressed that about 4 or 5 of them albums are consistently in full bodies of work that are better than a lot of people who dropped albums the last couple of years. Like, there's another rapper from Pennsylvania. I like him a lot, and I wanted him to drop albums like this, and he never dropped those albums. I want to shout him out because I still fuck with his music, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm sounding something bad about it. But Mac, like, consistently dropped them shits, and like, I don't know, man. Like, he really, like, I felt bad. I wish I could have given him his props while he was alive. I mean, shit, even if he didn't know me, I wish I could have tweeted him and just be like, bro, this is awesome. Like, I mean, like, really, really good, thought-provoking shit. I've been listening to him. Griselda, I fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Conway album. I fuck with West Side Gun's new album as well, individually. Been listening to Tierra Whack a lot. Tierra Whack, best girl rapper in the game. I don't know why anybody would think anything else. She's fucking super ill. Dope project. I can't wait to hear what else she does. Like, I'm a super advocate of female MCs, because like we need more of them, and Lauryn Hill's in my top 10. So like, I think like Tierra's like she hypes me up. Like, she gets me inspired. Like, I love her shit. Like, can't wait for her to drop a new one, I should say. Schoolboy Q, been listening to his last album a lot. Love his shit. I mean, his shit is really, really good, yo. And I think Schoolboy. One more person I want to say. I've been listening to Tyler, the Creator.
That last album surprised me.
Oh, definitely. It was fucking. I've been a fan since Bastard. I've been rocking. I'm a huge Op Future fan.
So that I have not. So yeah, but that last album was pretty impressive. I was like, oh, I like this. And
now I'll say this though. I think that's dope. I feel like this is going to be the one that's going to bring in people who wasn't fuck with him. So now, what was you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say on the Mac Miller thing, it's funny because I bought my bike that I have now. I bought from DJ. I forget which DJ I bought this from, but he was on tour with Mac. And so he had a whole bunch of stickers on the bike, and he was like, "Yeah, I tried to scrape off the stickers before I sold it to you." And he was like, "It's this. You see the sticker right there? It's from Mac's last album." He said that he signed it, and we dated it, and I put it on, and it wouldn't come off. And then he was like 2 weeks later he died, and now I'm selling you the bike. And I was like, "Whoa, history! All right, I got ride with history on my bike. Like, I love it. Okay. So like, yeah, that was just a funny." Kind of thing. When you said Mac Miller, I was like, okay, that's crazy. Because I also enjoy Mac's music. Because at first I slept on Mac, and I was like, not another white rapper. I can't. Not another mediocre white rapper. I don't mind if you're white and a rapper, but just please don't be mediocre like G-Eazy. I fucking hate G-Eazy. And so
I get it. I get what you're saying.
And so, but like Mac was the truth. Like, I was like, damn, Mac, you making music better than some of these niggas. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, a lot of people. And then he got niggas on his albums who popping right now, and he smashed them on a lot of those records too. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know, yo. Like, I gotta give him. You know what else is really underrated on my playlist too? Big Sean. I fuck with Sean.
I do like Big Sean. I don't ever like actively seek him out, but I don't ever actively turn him off either if he comes on. So I do.
Yeah, word. I guess I said him. He's hit or miss in the albums for me, but I also haven't listened to every single one yet. So I won't make a full judgment until I've listened to every single one. But I still think he's top tier MC, super underrated. Like, I feel like he's dope, man. I've also been listening to Mariba, which is the homie.
I love her music.
Actually, that's the homie. Like, I just fucking, I can't believe she's like popping and like doing so well and like doing all this wild shit. Like, but like, I was like, yo, that album, whether she was my friend or not, like, I would still like listen to that shit. That shit is an awesome album, like a great project. Like, fucking, I was just listening to what's that shit called? The Planet You earlier today. It's my shit.
Who's your ideal listener?
I would say men and women from the ages like 20 to 35, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 40, you know what I'm saying? That demographic, but like, you know, potheads, 90s nostalgia people, people who just enjoy hip hop, like lyrics and, you know, stories, like you said, which I appreciate. On top of all that, I think I make fun music in the sense that it's catchy. I don't think music always has to be fun because of what you're talking about. I think just something that you can hum along to and feel and vibe to makes music fun. And I think I make that music that's easily, like, I'm always been good at making catchy hooks. I think that's a big part of it because it's catchy but fun in the sense that it's something. I like to make hooks to where when you're saying it and when somebody else is saying it, they can feel like they can relate. I don't like to try to make too many like rapper hooks where like my name is in the hook or something like that. I want to always feel like that person has that situation where they can sing the song and kind of be in my shoes as much as possible. Okay. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like that's the best type of music.
And then the last question, I think, is the obligatory rapper question is top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive. That would be, well, I already said Eminem. So right now it would be, because he's just winning so much and he's been smashing, I have to put Jay-Z at number 1 right now because he's too consistent right now. It's just, I mean, even him and the Beyonce album, he was smashing. So I would say Jay-Z, Eminem, Biggie.
That's 3. Jay-Z, Eminem, Biggie. Okay, cool. Yeah.
The other 2 would be, they switch around from time to time. My top 10 switches around. So, but I would say right now, I don't want to be the New York rappers as all New York rappers, but that's just where I'm at with it right now. Now I'd say Nas and Lauryn Hill.
Okay. Lauryn Hill is a good round out too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we don't give. I feel like, I don't know. It's weird. I think we appreciate Lauryn as a rapper, but I feel like we see her as a singer, but she does both. So it's kind of like one of those things. Yeah.
That's how I feel about her rapping, right? When I'm thinking about rappers, the ones like her and Biggie and Pun who have less verses because of different reasons, but they passed away because they stopped rapping. I think you have to grade about this. How many whack verses do they have compared to bad verses? And Lauryn Hill didn't have that many whack verses. I mean, that first album may not be that awesome with the Fugees, but the shit on the score, her verses on the score are so good, it doesn't even fucking matter. And the verses on Miseducation, even though there weren't as many as we wanted, I mean, she killed that. I mean, the score is amazing. I mean, I don't think there's still this day. There's no woman who's rapped better verses than those verses. Like, to this day. Like, she is just stellar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh shit. People want to talk about the fact that the album doesn't have that many rap songs. I mean, but still, I mean, Lost One is still better than most female rappers' whole catalog. Cause it's just that fucking the realness of it and the fucking the fact that it transcends and it still sounds brand new today. Like I heard this shit the other day, like, damn, I was little as fuck when that shit came. I remember being little and feeling little watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like being amazed by the fact there was like 3 of her in the video and being freaked out by like how the fuck that even works. And, you know, graphics back then, you just like, the fuck? This is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. I don't know. That'd definitely be my top 5. And I would say my honorable mention would have to be a tie between Nas and Snoop.
You can't do that. You just listed Nas as number 4.
Oh, I did. I said, my bad. So my bad. So honorable mention.
It would be Snoop.
Sorry.
So it would be an honorable mention of Snoop. Okay. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Okay. And Snoop is like, I don't consider Snoop a rapper after. Shit, I'll be honest. I haven't listened to a Snoop album after Doggy Style. Because Snoop and Dre are a package deal to me. So it's like, whenever I think of Snoop, I think of Doggy Style, and then I think of The Chronic.
Okay.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of blends. And then there's like Doggy Style, and then a bunch of guest starring stuff, Beautiful, and then Sexual Eruption. And then that's it. That's all I got for Snoop. Like, that's where my brain goes.
Lay Low is a really good song, too.
Huh?
Lay Low is good, too.
You better lay low. Yeah, okay. Yep. But like, that's it. Like, that's just like, it's like one album.
But I give you that. That was also because he was on Master P's label, but Dr. Dre produced that record. So I'll just say that to add to your point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a one big, it's hard for me to separate Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Like, it's just a thing. Like, they're one person to me. Like, I could, like, even now, as we talk about this, I almost listed The Chronic as Snoop's album. But I'm like, damn, that's Drake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just that together to me. Like, it's hard for me to separate those two people. Like,
all right, the reason why I put Snoop on the list is because I feel like Snoop. All right, I'll rewind a little bit. So I feel like, you know how we see the like different times in rap, but it's like, you know, the top 3, like the beginning was like Kumo D, Grandmaster Caz, and that dude Melly Mel. Then it was KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. Now I feel like the person that they don't mention, there's 2 people that don't mention for the second wave, because hip hop expanded and there's more styles than those 3 people, was Uji Rap and Slick Rick. And I feel like Slick Rick's style was considered and expanded upon by Snoop Dogg. And I feel like Snoop brought that style and that. I mean, Snoop started getting all these niggas talking about gangbang rap now. That's all from Snoop. I mean, literally. Yeah, well, I mean, even though Ice-T did it before him, you know what I'm saying, with Colors, he did it first. I'm not going to say he didn't, but Snoop popularized it in the sense, like, he made that shit national. You know what I'm saying? It was different. He had little white girls out here wearing blue flags and shit, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's and his style is just like, the sing-songy freestyle, like just like Snoop, the weed shit in general. He was the first huge weed rapper too. I mean, because Cypress Hill was around, but he also brought that shit to a national level way bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I feel like also you don't even think that Dr. Dre would do without Snoop either. Even though, like you said, it's very hand in hand. And you can't take away his verses on The Chronic. Because if you're saying, because can't forget Chronic 2001 too.
Right.
From time
That's what I'm saying. It all goes together to me. Like, it's all like it's all one big thing. Like, it's all one big thing. It's all one big, like, for real. It's all one big thing to me. Like, it's not. It's hard for me to separate that shit. And then, like, nigga, I was 12. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like a full 20 years ago. Like, I mean, like, all of that shit was like together to me. Like, Chronic 2001, Doggy Style, all of that shit. Like, I know these are years apart, but like, it all just kind of put together at the Chronic 2001 is when I really started listening to all of that shit. So it's like, for me, it all seems like one big ass album playlist, and it just doesn't separate.
That's fair. It's fair. And I'll say this though, I'm only including Snoop up until he just kept writing his rhymes, because he did say in the interview that he stopped writing his rhymes because he didn't have enough time. So I've been just hearing him say that, but that wasn't until like after Beautiful though. That was like after like I think that album with him and that R&G album was the last one he wrote himself. If I'm correct, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Sexual Seduction. It was on the Sexual Seduction album is when I seen him talk about him having writers then.
Okay.
That was the first time I seen him talk about it. But, I respect it because he came and said the truth. I respect that. But we all know Snoop can rap.
Yeah,
that's why
it's kind of like, I'm just like, and I mean, like, when I listen to is it Sexual Seduction or Sensual Seduction? I don't remember what.
Sexual Eruption.
Sexual Eruption. Okay, yeah. So when I listen to that, I think, who wrote this? Because it's too sing-songy. And like, that was a period of my life when, again, more than one thing mixes together, because you have Sexual Eruption, and then you have Ball Greasy, and then you have all of these Florida rappers, because I was in Florida when that song came out. And so, like, that's another moment. But, like, yeah, I just listened to Sexual Eruption, and I'm just like, Snoop didn't write this shit. But it goes, though. It's hard. Like, it's hard.
Also, Snoop doing that, I feel like a lot of people know that Snoop doing the auto-tune joint solidified it as the OG doing it. He was the OG who did it in the midst of all the young people doing it as well. So I feel like for some people who may have been unsure on the fence about it, I feel like Snoop was one of those people who helped that move along that narrative. Is the reason I think it's interesting though that like people using auto-tune to rap has literally led to full like slime. That's a whole subgenre of rap. It's like punk. It doesn't even it's just like a name and it's like a sound. You know that, right? It's like they call it slime. So it's like I don't know if it's like slime language or slimes, but I know it's like it's like Young Thug, Gunna,
the mumble rap?
Not mumble rap, specifically when it's like a the dude named Keed. I don't know. It's the way they do it. It's just the way I can understand it, so I can't call it mumble rap. So listen, I have a problem with mumble rap, right? The word mumble rap, because I think it's fucked up. Because even though I think it's accurate. The reason for I think mumble rap is fucked up is the thing to say is because I feel like people call it down south rap and mumble rappers more than up north rappers, and it makes it just seem like they're saying down south people don't know how to speak. And I feel like it's more about that than it being mumble rap. It's like you have auto-tune and then you have this thick accent. So like niggas are saying like they mumble rappers. I think it's like a slick way to be like, because even though I'm from New York, I feel like it's like a slick way for niggas to be like, oh, you from down south. And you sound like I can't really understand what the fuck you're saying on top of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a diss down south rappers more than it is up north rappers. Because there's not that many up north mumble rappers per se, even of the young dudes. Because A Boogie does the auto-tune shit, but nobody calls him a mumble rapper. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
like
the difference between auto-tune and mumble rap, but like all right, I'm gonna say this. And then I just thought about it. We're gonna close. Because I think these people finna be in my house. But but no, so like, all right, I don't see it as an insult. I just see it as niggas from the South be mumbling because they mush all of their words together a lot. You know, it happens. And it's just something that and you won't hear it in up north rappers because like if you take a nigga from New York, y'all overpronounce words. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's an over pronunciation and an under pronunciation. And so I don't really see it as insult. But with that being said, I also don't really like rap now. Like I don't listen to rap music. Like I very
I did see that you put something up about that recently.
I don't listen to rappers. Like I don't listen to rappers. I don't listen to rappers. I don't want your mixtapes. I don't want your songs. I don't want unless I actively find your music, I don't care. Like I don't, because it's the same shit. Especially if you're from Atlanta, I definitely don't want to hear it. Because I've been dodging y'all niggas mixtapes since 2008. So like, I don't care.
That being said, I really take it as a compliment that you listen to my album. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell people that all the time. Like people are like, yo, you should talk to me. I'm like, why? Because I rap. Oh, okay. Why? And it's not even me being like, it's not even me being any type of way. It's just like, I fuck with Amanda Seales because she said it the best way that I've ever heard anybody say it. She's like, she has a segment on her show called People That I Like. And she's like, I only invite people on my show that I like because I don't want to talk to nobody that I don't like. I'm not going to talk to you about your music if I don't like your music, because then it's just me trying to figure out how to talk to somebody for like 20, 15 minutes. And then it's other shit I could be doing with my time. So like, no, but like, yeah, I don't like, there are several, like I know many a rapper. And there are only like 3 of them, maybe 4, yourself included, whose albums I actually took the time to listen to. Because I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, I don't care. Like, just be honest, like, I don't care. Like, listen to my music. No.
I respect, but I mean, if it doesn't move you, it doesn't move you. So, I mean, I get it.
I'll be
honest. I was there for a long time. I've just kind of been moving back into trying contemporary things, and it's been working. I'm happy I found like the Tierra Wax and a couple of other, like, I've been listening to even like, what's the dude's name? The dude with the box, dude. What's his name? Shit, can't think of his name.
Roddy Ricch?
Yeah, Roddy Ricch. Like, I like that nigga. I like interesting. I like niggas just trying to make different types of records. It's like, I'm cool with it as long as you at least putting effort into your songs, and I could rock with it. I heard like 3 songs from a nigga, didn't know who he was, then I found out all 3 of them were his. I was like, all right, word. No, man. It's like, I feel like there's some good stuff, but like you said, it's sometimes far in between, and there's such a clutter of bullshit sometimes, it makes you just not even want to listen no more. And I feel like I get it.
And I was talking to one of my other homeboys. We were talking about this exact subject. I am a music snob. I appreciate real music. I like instruments. I like feeling and tonality. And I am a person that has heard music produced at the highest levels, been around music produced at the highest levels, so on and so forth. So like, when you come to me talking about your record that you recorded in your closet on the beats that you got from YouTube, what do you think I'm gonna do with this? Like, it's not gonna work for me. Like, I'm a snob. I'll be like, I'll straight up tell you, I'm not listening to that. Like, nah, I'm sorry. What's not work? Let me hear this. Yeah, okay, that was fire. Okay, cool. All right, bye. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try not to discourage nobody's dreams and nothing like that. I ain't that guy. But I'm just like, yo, don't be asking me to listen to your shit if you sound like every other nigga I've heard in the past 5 minutes. Like, no, nigga, no.
Huh? I feel like people just try to they try to sell themselves the wrong way rather than just trying to connect with somebody before you even get to that point.
Exactly. You should talk to me. Why? Because I rap. And you and every other nigga in Atlanta. Like, give me more. Like, give me something else to fall back for. Like, I rap to support kids in Africa. Okay, you got my ear. What are we doing? Like, even if your music is trash, I like your mission. That might make me like you, and then I might gravitate towards your music later on.
Real shit, no doubt.
Yeah, but like, just like, I'm that meme with Jesus moving out the way. Here's my mixtape. That's me. Like, nah. Listen to my link on SoundCloud. No. Like, no, nigga, no. No. If I go to your Instagram page and you tell me to listen to your music, and I see dreads, golds, cars, and half naked bitches, I am not interested. I am not. Because what are you doing for me? Like, what? Oh, so you're every other nigga that I've ever seen. Like, let me see a fully clothed woman. You might have my attention. Oh, wait a minute.
It's very true. I've been thinking about that, like, aesthetic wise. Like, people literally do the same thing over and over and over online, and somehow expect to be noticed because you got a 4K camera. Don't mean nobody gonna just look at your shit, bro. You gotta like stick out in some type of way. And by trying to make your shit look like 50 other niggas' pages, how are you ever going to look unique anyway or any sense? But, there's the forethought. People don't have that. You know what I'm saying? They can only see in front of, like, right in front of their nose, my nigga. They can't look at the sky, the stars, or imagine anything more than what's right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So
I was like, I don't know. So that if anybody has made it to the end of this episode and is wondering if I might want to talk to you on your musical career, If you have checked off either of those 3 boxes, the answer is going to be no. Threads, golds, bitches, and some type of a car and rims. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I've done it. I was around when it was invented. Like, we did this. Like, so I don't want to see it no more. It's not even it's not like a 90s revamp. It's just like, it's terrible. It's horrible. Like, nah, we're not doing it. But,
Real shit. Nah, sorry.
But yo, Fifth.
Stop making us look bad, rappers. Stop making us look bad.
I'm done. Yo, Fifth, we out, man. Thank you for coming on the pod, brother.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the opportunity, man. Get everybody go listen to my music. Please go on everything. iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify. Buy it, stream it, but buy it, please. And listen to the homie show. This is like my favorite interview I've done thus far. Like, I swear, like, this is fun and like, this is my first time doing this podcast shit. So like, I thank you for bringing me on, and hopefully you come back again. I got new music coming out soon. Bad Words dropping the end of the month or beginning of next month.
Okay.
Quarantine talks with the homie.
And we out, fam.
Peace.
That's it, guys. Thanks for listening. You can follow us on the Instagrams at the OVT Network, and you can follow me, JC, at JC from the OVT. Very simple, right? This podcast is available on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, and pretty much everywhere in between. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and rate us 5 stars if you were so inclined. Thank you. Quarantine Talks is a podcast that is also available on YouTube. Just type in the OVT Network and hit subscribe for all of the latest and greatest from we at the OVT. Lastly, we are an independent and Black-owned media network, guys. So if you enjoyed the content and you would like to drop a donation, you may do so on Cash App or the Venmo at the OVT Network. All one word, the OVT Network. Quarantine Talks is edited and produced by me, JC, with original music produced by Brian Hatton. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Stay safe, stay creative, and most importantly, stay sane. Find your peace, man. It's crazy out here. Laters.